What it do, what it do, what it do. What up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life, man. The first thing I'm going to say is, please, please, please pray for our country. All right? Please pray for our country. We got some real madness going on out there in the world now, and let's just pray, man. Let's just pray. Got a lot of stuff going on up there at the Capitol, and everybody be safe. Don't nobody hurt nobody, and let's just pray that we get this thing together. All right. All right, this is the Ridin Durty Show. Like I said, I'm your host, Vic XL, and this is where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. I got to start the show out by saying one time for the good people over at WRFG 89.3 FM, our FM home for the past 15 plus years. Thank you guys for opening your doors and giving us a platform. Number two, I got to say one time for the staff and everybody over at Live365.com. Live365.com is the internet's oldest streaming source. Now, this is not your average everyday streaming source. No, this company is a streaming platform that allows, as I like to call it, left end of the dial, college radio stations, internet radio stations to use their server, their streamer, to actually broadcast via the internet. Basically, this is the hub, the home for a lot of internet radio stations. And we've been blessed to partner up with Live365 and launch our very own internet radio station, and the name of our station is Ride 95. Now, Ride 95 is a media-based tracking radio station artist, which means if your music is registered through BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, then you will definitely get your credit for the spins that broadcast or that air on our radio station. All right, now, artists, if you don't know what media-based means, then I suggest you do your homework about the music business. But you can earn money in royalties for your music being played on a media-based internet radio station, just like you earn money in royalties towards your music being played on terrestrial radio. Okay? All right, so definitely look into it. Now, the way to access our station is easy. All you got to do is go to live365.com. In their search engine, type in Ride 95. Once you type in Ride 95, our station logo will come up. Click on our station logo, and then you'll have music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, if you want to check us out via the World Wide Web, via your mobile device, all you got to do is download the Live365 app, open the app, go to the search engine, type in Ride 95, R-I-D-E, the number 9, the number 5. Click on the station logo, and again, music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Y'all, please lock us in. We have the best in what's next in hip-hop and R&B as well as country rap. All right? All right, do that for your boy. Now, I got to say one time, and shout out to our sponsor. These people been rocking with us for a long time. So, one time for the good people over at liquorlollipops.com. If you're checking me out right now on Facebook Live, you see it? You see it? I got Liquor Lollipop right there in my hand. And this is that French cognac. You see it. All my people on Facebook Live, you see it. French cognac. But liquorlollipops.com has over 15 flavors, and these flavors are designed to taste like your favorite alcoholic beverage. Please visit them at liquorlollipops.com. Find out how you can become a brand ambassador. Find out how you can have Liquor Lollipops at your next event. And be sure to tell them Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you. Okay? Do that for your boy. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just let y'all know about our brand new internet radio station. I also let you know about our amazing sponsor, the good people over at Liquor Lollipops, as well as our FM radio home right here in the heart of Atlanta, WRFG 89.3 FM. Now it's time for me to do what I enjoy doing most, and that's bring you the people on the street, bring you the people in the communities, bring you the people that are changing our culture day by day, brick by brick, whether it's through arts, entertainment, philanthropism, entrepreneurship, activism. I always provide the platform for the people with a story. And tonight is no different than any other night on the Ridin Durty Show. So ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to the Ridin Durty platform. Female artist, Shanalee. How you doing, ma'am?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for having me.
All right, I gotta say, did I mess your name up?
No, you didn't. Shanalee, you got it right.
Okay, because I am from the South. And I'm originally from a small town in the South. And sometimes we'll call you what the hell we want to call you, trying to say the right thing. So.
Well, no, you did a good job this time. You got it right.
Okay, Miss Shanalee. So the first thing I want to say is welcome to the Ridin Durty show. And let the people know where Shanalee is from and what was your introduction to the music business.
Yeah, so my name is Shanalee. I want to say again, thanks for having me. Shout out to all the Queelies out there. That's all my supporters that's tuned in right now. So I'm actually from the West Indies. I was born in Jamaica. My family migrated here when I was 5 years old, about 4 or 5 years old. And I pretty much lived in Queens most of my life. Ever since I was a little girl, I was known in my family, like everybody knew me as a dancer, the singer. I just loved to sing, and I was always singing. And I actually give that to my dad because he played a lot of music in the house growing up, and he liked to sing himself. He was just never really took it seriously or professionally. But yeah, I have to say, as far back as I can remember, I've been singing and just really loving music and being into music.
All right, now who are some of your influences other than your father, who definitely kept the music on deck and was blessing you guys with the harmonies?
I had influences like at church. I was a part of the choir. A lot of the people in the choir loved to sing just like me. And, when we would get together and rehearse songs, it was just like a joy doing that with them. And they influenced me. And I believe I probably influenced them as well, too. Also at school, some of my teachers were influences. They said things like to encourage me, and they believed in me. And that definitely pushed me as I was growing up, to stick with music. So it was a lot of different people. I have to give them their props for that.
All right, now growing up, you said in Queens, and Queens is definitely rich with its hip hop influence. What was that like?
Growing up in Queens, definitely with hip hop influence. I lived in Queens Village, where, it's predominantly Black neighborhood. I guess some people would call it the ghetto, but I loved it, It was amazing to me. I used to wake up, and one of the things that I loved doing, especially back I guess that you would call that the 90s. Back in those days, social media wasn't heavy, so we loved going outside. That was the big thing, was being outside and riding our bikes and playing in the park, playing tag and jump rope and basketball. I would say that's definitely what it was like growing up in Queens.
All right. Being a singer, was there ever any point in time in your life where you're like, you know what, I want to rap?
You know what? So funny. I think that when I think about what I can do as a singer, I believe that rapping is one of the things that I can do. I actually have a couple of freestyles out on my YouTube where I dibble and dabble into rapping a little bit. But I look at it more as poetry, When I was little, before I started writing music, I started off writing poetry. And I used to just say rhymes and put words together. And that's when I realized, okay, if I could write poetry, I could write music. And then I started writing music that I could sing. So I think most people that have the ability to write rhymes and put sentences together that rhyme, I could think they could rap too. Well, that's just my take on it.
You know what? But you're probably right because, especially if in your harmonies you make them rhyme, you definitely know how to hold the beat. So chances are you just probably got to slow it down. And I didn't realize there was something. I was watching The Voice, and I kept hearing John Legend talk about rap sing or sing rap, and it was basically singers who kind of had their delivery somewhat like rap. So I definitely think you can. I definitely think it can be done.
Oh yeah, and honestly, sing rapping is one of the things I love to do. It's fun to incorporate that in my music, and not only that, a lot of people love it. You know, and a lot of the great artists do it. It's dope. It's dope.
All right. Now, what are some of the challenges of being an independent artist? Or better yet, what are some of the challenges of being a female independent artist?
Okay. I would say, well, speaking from experience, one of the main things that I would say was a bit of a struggle with being an independent artist is, you know, as an artist, you're so involved in your craft, right? You know, you want to write music or you want to do music videos or you want to create. That's what you want to do. And but when you're independent artist, you have to separate and devote time to many different things, not only your craft. And that can be challenging. You know, you have to put aside time for promotion and advertising. You have to put aside time to manage yourself and to network and to reach out to anybody that you need to speak to, you know, to link. You got to put aside time to get your looks together. You know, when you have a label backing you, you have a whole team of people. You got, you know, they're sponsoring a lot of things for you. When you're independent, a lot of things are coming out of your pocket, you know, far as financial wise. You got to cover a lot of things by yourself. So that's, if I was to say something that's challenging, I would say that would definitely be it. And I would be wearing many hats at one time. I'm talking about you got to be multitasking.
Now, is it hard to pursue your dream of music and have a good social dating life?
Well, speaking from someone who is taken, I think that if you have someone in your corner that supports you, that's a good person, I think they'll understand, especially if, you know, your dreams are something important to you, so it should be important to them as well. Now, if you're single, that's another thing. I don't know. I think it's hard. It's probably harder when you're single because, you know, you have to balance the time, and dating can, you know, be another part-time job if you're looking for somebody. So I can really speak from somebody who's taken. I'm taken. I have somebody right now that's in my corner. They support me. There's times where maybe I can't be around because I'm heavy dived into something that I'm creating, and you know that he understands that, and I think that's very important. You know.
All right, now is he in the industry? Because a lot of times people say it's easier to date someone in the industry because they understand the long studio nights and they understand the challenges of trying to pursue life in the industry.
No, he is not in the industry. But I guess luckily he understands the industry and how it works. So I guess that all plays a part in it as well.
No doubt, no doubt. How would you describe Shanalee's style?
So Shanalee she's definitely confident. she has a spice to her, but she can also be vulnerable and transparent. And Shanalee also is very independent, but also is heavy on representing for the ladies. When it comes to my music, I want to put out music that's fresh and make people feel good, but I also want to put out music that people can relate to, you know? Like, I go through stuff that I know, you know, my fans probably go through as well. And when y'all hear me sing on my track, y'all gonna be like, yo, I feel her, yo. I was there. So if I was to describe my style, that's how I would say it. Yeah.
All right. What would be your message to young girls who's pursuing the music business, especially with this being such a male-dominated industry?
I would say be confident. Definitely don't take no as an answer at all. There will be times where, because it's a male-dominated industry, you feel like you're not worthy or you don't match up. Keep on moving, and being that queen that you know you are. It's the times are changing now, and there's a lot of women coming up now in the industry that's making a name for themselves, and they're paving the way for women like me and, you know, younger women as well. And the only way that we're going to change or the statistics is if we keep going and we don't stop and take those no's, you know? I was reading an article the other day, and it was like showing the different percentages of like women producers in the industry and women songwriters and artists, and it was just like the number was so dramatically lower when compared to men. And it doesn't have to be like that. And you know, I'm here to change it, and all the other young women behind me, what I say to you guys is don't stop. Do not stop. The way how this world is with things that's going on, sometimes we deter away from our dreams and we get discouraged. You know, we feel like we're not worthy. And those are all just doubts that we make up in our mind, or we let someone else, something that they said or did, make us feel like we should change our mind. And I'm here to tell you now that that's not how we're going to change it. We have to keep pushing, no matter what people say, no matter what people do.
All right.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about your current single, American Dream, and especially with what's going on today at the Capitol. I'm like, man, this is a perfect song to talk about what's going on in the world today. So tell us a little bit about American Dream.
Okay. So American Dream is my story. Like I said earlier, I'm a young black girl from Jamaica, West Indies. I came here. I'm an immigrant from Jamaica, and I came here when I was little. And I went through the struggle, you know. My family went through the struggles, and I came here. My family came here for the American Dream. I came here for the American Dream. And to this day, I'm still going after my perception of the American Dream. And that's what this song is about. And, you know, not only that, I also wanted to highlight in this song, you know, my feelings towards the events of everything that happened last year. You know, when it came to like police brutality and Black Lives Matter movement, it was such an incredible movement. And I wanted to have a voice, and I wanted to highlight that. And I definitely did in this song. So, and it ties in. It ties in together, you know?
Mm-hmm, no doubt.
As a young black person, or just as a black person at all in this country, when you think about what you want out of life and your dreams, and then when you really think about how much obstacles that are put in place against us, it's just crazy. and it's a lot of hurt and pain that's brought upon our people because of that. You know, and it goes deep. We not gonna get that deep, but yeah, that's the single, American Dream. My story.
Who actually produced the single? Who actually produced it, and was it self-written, or did you have writers on the record as well?
So I had a writer, Queen Muhammad. It was her and me. I came to her. I told her my thoughts. I told her, you know, how I wanted the song to be portrayed, and she had great ideas. And with her creative talent and, you know, my words and my experiences from being a little girl and just coming to this country, we made it happen. The producer, I'm sorry, I cannot remember the producer's name. He's actually on Team Mad Pop. So if you go to the Mad Pop website, which is www.madzpop.com, you can definitely reach out to a producer there.
Okay, no doubt. Now, before I have you introduce this record, how can people find you when it comes to social media or website or just the World Wide Web in general?
Yeah, so Instagram. My Instagram is it's.Shanalee. That's ITS_SHANALEE. You can also find me on YouTube at It's Shanalee. That's ITS_SHANALEE. Those are the two main platforms that I use. My Instagram is mainly everything that I post up and coming, so you could keep up with everything that I'm doing mainly on there.
All right. First and foremost, I want to say again, thank you for coming to the show and introduce your record to the world.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for having me. This is my new single called American Dream. Thank you, Queelies.
All right. Have a blessed night.
Thank you. Bye.
American Dream. What is it? How do we get here? And how do we wake up? Hallucinating, got me illuminating. Wanna hear it goes. This tale is fascinating. Came here in 93. At 4, I moved to Queens. Here in the book of the scene. I was out on my own. Trying to find a way to keep my dream alive. All I wanna do is sing and dance until I close my eyes. Got me illuminated. Wanna hear it goes. This tale is fascinating. Came here in 93. At 4, I moved to Queens. There in the book of the scene. Mama kicked me out of 19. I remember the best gift I ever got from my parents was a karaoke machine. My family always believed in me. No matter what we went through, no matter what the world goes through, we always had love. Injustices overround differences. One nation under God. Let's find a better way to live.
90 seconds.
Brutality on the news surrounding me. Brianna, Amada, Bree. So many names I wanna scream. Got me illuminated. Wanna hear it goes. This tale is fascinating. Came here in 93. At 4, I moved to Queens. There in the book of the scene. I was out on my own. Trying to
60 seconds.
to keep my dream alive. All I wanna do is sing and dance until I close my eyes. Got me illuminated. Wanna hear it goes. This tale is fascinating. Came
One time for Shanalee. The name of that joint was American Dream. It's your boy Vicky Selden. This is the Ridin Durty Show, where we bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life. We'll see you guys later. Peace. Y'all be blessed. Stay black. Keep it gangster. Yeah.